Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. So before we begin, please confirm that you can hear me and see the slides clearly by typing yes in the chat window. Also, we would like to hear from you about your introduction, your name, designation, company, and the country you are based in. We are getting your confirmations. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to see an international audience of people from all industries, from all over the world. Good to see you all. And yes, thank you so much for confirming. So I would like to thank you all for registering and taking time out on a Sunday to learn about environmental sustainability from the start, building environmental strategies into project design. So my name is Aisha Khalik and I will be introductory speaker for today. It's our pleasure to host this webinar for you. This is our 96th webinar in the series of technical webinars that we are conducting every month. As a practice, we are conducting one webinar each month. So please follow us on LinkedIn and YouTube and make sure that you check our websites for the latest updates. So today we have an experienced panel of speakers with me. I am with my colleague, Mr. Faizan Ahmed, who is lead environmental engineer with our company, Velosi. Mr. Ijazul Karim Rao, he is managing director, principal integrity and safety consultant. Madam Mubina Khatun, she is the director, engineering services at Velosi. Now, starting with the agenda, since this is a very technical topic, so we will just be covering the main theoretical parts like velocity introduction, why early environmental planning matters, environmental impact assessment, environmental management plan, environmental monitoring and auditing, standards and regulations that are relevant to the topic, integrating EIA, EMP, and EMP into the project design, aligning with ESG goals, and then we will also discuss some of the case studies for overviews. Starting with Veloci's introduction, I would like to start with telling you what we are and what we do. So Velosi is a leading global consultancy firm that provides asset integrity management, HSE, engineering, environmental, and software solutions to clients in the oil and gas, energy, power, and petrochemical industries throughout the world. We also have our in-house built proprietary softwares, Whale Plant, which is an industry-leading SAP-certified complete asset integrity solution, which is currently being utilized by oil and gas giants such as ADNOC, Dragon Oil, BSR, TANUP, DOTL, etc. So Velosi was founded in 1982 in Malaysia, and the group was then acquired by Apple Spain in 2011. With over 43 years of experience so far in the industry, we have expanded our footprints to more than 86 countries worldwide. We have covered more than 1,300 projects with 500 different satisfied clients all over the world. We operate globally through our associate offices in Middle East, Africa, and Asia. However, our corporate offices in UK and head offices in UAE, Abu Dhabi. We also have associated offices in more than 86 countries worldwide. And the areas of expertise that we serve in multiple industries is our asset integrity management services, HSE and environmental services, engineering, software, and training.
Hello to all. My name is, first, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Faizan Ahmed, and I'm lead environmental engineer in Velosi. Today, our topic is why environmental planning matters, and you have everything right now. We have done our company introduction also. So, okay, should I raise my voice also? And you can bring the mic a little. Okay, fine. So just message me in a just a message in a private chat boxes also if you wouldn't have been able to hear my voice, so I can raise my voice also. So to start our webinar, we will go for the introduction also. I think we are most of the people are well mature related to the environment, and environmental studies. So I will not go into the basic knowledge that what is environment, what is our surrounding environment. But this is the very basic topics. But whatever we are here and what we in our surrounding, what we see, air, water, soil. Okay, what are the tangible things? These are coming in the environment definition, and we need to restore the environment. How we can restore the environment? By our natural activity to conserve the environment. So first thing first, we go with the introduction of environmental sustainability. So what is environmental sustainability? The environmental sustainability start from the project design, aims to promote awareness on sustainable design practice, emphasize the importance of incorporating sustainability from project inception, and showcase how sustainability can enhance environmental performance. When we go with the sustainability, when we discuss about the sustainability, we discuss three important aspects, which are environment, economy, and equity. Sustainability is not add-on; it's foundation for future-ready development. More emphasis on this, the two performance sustainability design practice, promote awareness. So we will discuss in our future slides also that during the concept stage, during the design phase stage, if we consider the environment, or if we consider the environmental sustainability in our project, so it will be good for us, because when we will be planning, so during our future slides we will be having that how we should plan our concept stage, so that during the construction phase, during the design, during the construction EPC phase, environmental procurement and construction phase, there will be no difficulty, and we can commit our mitigation measures also. So it would be good for us. Environmental sustainability is design. What is environmental sustainability in design? So it is important because minimize negative environmental impact through efficient use of energy and resources, enhancing occupational health and productivity, supporting ecosystem service and biodiversity. Minimizing negative environmental impact through efficient use of energy and resources. Yes, it will minimize, because if for example, as I said, that during the concept stage, if we will think about the design and the location of the project also, it will be good. For example, there is a terrestrial ecologies, marine fauna, flora. Okay, you all knows about it. So what it can happen, that if it is a green field, or you can say if it is terrestrial ecology is there, and we are cutting the trees more than 50, more than 100 years, there is a law, and there is a legislation. You can cut the tree, then you can restore the tree. But if you cut the tree, or definitely it will take time to grow. So better, it would be better for us that to choose the site, to choose our project location where there will be no tree, and no tree. Even we choose the site so that we can grow the tree, not to cut the tree. Enhancing occupational health and productivity also, and supporting ecosystem service and biodiversity. Supporting ecosystem and service biodiversity means, again, during the design stage, if we will think about it, so we will be having we can get the sunlight from our project. We can gross floor area, there is a open, we can have an open space area also throughout our building, so that there will be a green, so that there will be a we can have a vegetation, we can grow plant. Okay, next. Why start with sustainability? Better environmental performance, long-term cost saving, early identification and opportunities, resource depletion, water consumption. In the climate change, what sustainability helps us? So sustainability building combat climate change by reducing emission using renewable energy, conserving resources, and enhancing climate resilience. Second, degradation of habitat. What happened that if, as I said, that if we will choose the site which is non-terrestrial ecology, it will be good for us for good for project. But sustainable site, what will happen that sustainable building prevent ecosystem and habitat degradation by minimizing land disturbance, preserving natural areas, using eco-friendly material, and managing waste responsibility. Resource depletion. Sustainable building prevent resource depletion by using recycled material, conserving water and energy, and selecting renewable and locally sourced resources. Water consumption. Sustainable building reduce water consumption through efficient water fixture, rainwater harvesting, and wastewater recycling. In the climate change, we would go for the first climate change. There are many practices when we starting the building. For our resource consumption, degradation of our habitat, already told, resource depletion. If we are using waste, so we will be using the reusable recycled material. Water consumption, as you have seen already in our new buildings, there are some facades which use aerators, which use less water, so that we can have less water by using toilet, by using kitchens. Rainwater harvesting and wastewater recycling. If we are in so many, if we have the climate which there is a rain, there is a good weather also, so we can add the rainwater also to recycle the that water, and you can use the recycled water for your irrigation also. Natural versus built environment. So you can see this, that this one is the natural environment, one is built environment. It definitely we will not go for the natural environment, we will go for the built environment. Even during our concept stage, what is our goal in sustainable building, or what you say, like in lead also, that we choose our project nearby already compounds building, so that we should not damage the environment. Key strategies for environmental sustainability: location and transportation, sustainable sites, water efficiency, energy atmosphere, materials and resources, indoor environment quality, integrative process. Location and transportation, we choose again, it is all during the design stage, as we have discussed before, that sustainability becomes or sustainability project start from the design phase. If we have completed the design phase, it will be more difficulty during the construction phase, because then there will be a very less chance to cope the environmental sustainability also. So location and transportation, as I said before, that if we are choosing our location, so our location should be a neighborhood of some already developed building or already developed community, so that commute will be easy, and there would be some office areas and other facilities would be near, for example, hospitals, parking lots, offices. If these facility would be nearby our location, it would be good. Otherwise, if we will go for the sprawl conditions, what is a sprawl condition? I will give you. A sprawl condition means if normally people looks like a farmhouse and other thing. If we go with that condition where 2 or 3 buildings are, and you like the environment, you like the ecology, that okay, I want to live with the countryside. It is good to live the countryside, but not for to live. You have to live during the where the people live, and so that you will be ease your commute. Otherwise, if you are going to the countryside, if many people go for the countryside, so it will be difficult for our commute, because there will be more green emissions of greenhouse gases, and other resources will be used. Definitely traffic congestion will be there. So it would be good to during design phase, you will choose your location nearby the neighborhood communities. Sustainable site, as I have discussed also, sustainable site means where you can get water, sunlight, uh, your biodiversity will not be damaged. So that would be great for our choosing the site. For choosing site, there will be some more chances also that while selecting the site, you can select some old buildings also, so that you will be renovated. Because if there will be an old building and we will be renovating, so it will be a cost also very less, because already the some concrete, bricks, water have already been used. So we need to use less water, less resources, less material, and we can renew the building, but according to the definitely environmental sustainability side. If we will use that building and we can make as per our design, it will be good. We can choose some brownfield area also. For example, if there is a contaminated site, and definitely if there will be a contaminated site, it will ruin our soil and groundwater, and nobody, or definitely it is the responsibility of the government, but government is not approaching. So voluntarily, as an environmentalist, we can choose that site also, because during enabling work, during our site leveling work, we can take that we can take that contaminated soil through our excavation, and during our waste transportation, we can take these waste to the disposal area. It will be cost to us, but it will be good for the environment also. Water efficiency, yes, during the design phase, we can think about it, and also we have to think about it, that how water will be managed. And nowadays there are many ways to use the water. As I said, that the you can use some different flush in flush toilets, and then you can use the faucets also to have the low to use the low flow of low water per gallon, or lot water per liter water in your kitchen, in your toiletries also. It would be good also. And also there are some methods also where you can use wastewater into irrigation water, after definitely for third party testing, or after some treatment you can use it also. Energy and atmosphere. So nowadays we are thinking about the buildings also, that which in a daylight, a building can use a sunlight, and in the atmosphere, we can think about it. But definitely if we are using the daylight or sunlight during the day, so definitely the electricity will be more less consumed. Or if your building is on generator or scope 2 greenhouse emission, so there will be an indirect effect of the environment, and you can protect your environment by choosing these energy and atmosphere integrative process. Material and resources, as I said, that you can use material and resources, in-house material and resources. uh, we need to think about it. If we are using materials locally as much as we can, definitely where we are living. So if we are using the local material, so it will affect on the economy also, and it will affect the greenhouse emission. If we are ordering material from different countries, so it will be freight rates also. That will have to pay. There is a green emission of transportation also. Definitely if you are using in-house resources, it will be good for it will be good for the economy, it will be good for your country also. Indoor environment quality. In indoor environment quality, we can have the HVAC system, which is which nowadays it two narrow windows HVAC system we can use, and it again it will create less emissions. And integrative process is the process where you invite all the stakeholder during the design phase, where all the stakeholder can discuss about the design. The discussion would be that how much what the project would be efficient for the environmental sustainability. Key strategies for integrating environmental sustainability: location and transportation. So selecting a site location, these are the key strategies. Selecting a site location, sensitive land protection, high priority site, access to quality transit, reduce parking footprint. Think about it. We can say that how location of the building can reduce greenhouse gas emission, as we discussed in our previous slides also, that during the design phase, we if we will think about the location of our project, it will help us more during the construction phase and for the efficiency of environmental sustainability. Sensitive land protection, also we have discussed that if we are choosing the site, so we can save the biodiversity, we can save the habitat also. By choosing the site, we have to think that that site should not be for a home of some terrestrial fauna also. For example, if some endangered material are living there, so we have to think that, or we can discuss with the municipality for the translocation, or otherwise we can choose our next project site. Definitely, during our design process, we can have some alternative site selections also. High priority site, definitely the high priority site would be neighborhood of some already built up projects. It will reduce the greenhouse emissions also. Access to quality transit, as we discussed that if we promote the bicycling, if we promote the EV vehicles also, so it will good for the access to quality transit. Reduce parking footprint. So it is just a hack for the environmental sustainability also, that if we reduce the parking footprint, for example, if we have an office in our building and we have 500 employees, so if we will give the 100 or 200 or 300 parking, so definitely there will be a no parking space in our building, and people have to park outside, or people have to pay the parking. So to reduce the parking fines and parking tickets also, they start carpooling also. That would be good for the greenhouse emission, for to reduce the greenhouse emissions. So this is the example of what we have already discussed, high density urban growth versus urban sprawl. So high density urban growth you have seen, and urban sprawl also you have seen, where it is outside the location. Definitely the urban sprawl, people who are living in urban sprawl, there will be a difficulties for them for everything, for maybe for their school, for their hospital, they have to go outside. For their office, they have to go outside from the from outside from the community. It will engage the greenhouse gases emission. They will use the car, they will use the more transportation. So again, it will not good for the health also, because when you have to go out and come, so it will be a fatigue for the it will not good for the healthy environment also. It will affect the occupational health also. So these are the key strategies for integrating environmental sustainability, sustainable site during the design phase. Again, what we need to think about to choose the site: analyze the relationship between site and proposed facility, restore project site natural element, preserve biodiversity, integrate the site with local and regional ecosystem. How selecting of a building location and building orientation can reduce environmental impact. We have already discussed that during the design phase, if we think about the location, about neighborhood building, neighborhood side, it will reduce the greenhouse emission, and we can cooperate, or we can cooperate with the environmental sustainability during the site selection. So the water efficiency also would be a key strategy uh, to restore the environmental sustainability. Indoor wastewater, outdoor wastewater, water use metering and monitoring. Indoor wastewater, like you can use the water faucets with the aerators. You can check the water. Outdoor wastewater, you can restore the rainwater, or you can, if we have the facility to treat the water, so we can treat the water and we can use with the irrigation system also. Water use metering and monitoring, it happens also, but if in a big area, or if it is an industry, so we can use the water metering and water sub metering, that we can check the sub metering is that water metering definitely to check the usage of water, but water sub metering, if you have some plant, and so that you or in the industry also, so you can have the sub metering, so that you can check the water use in that plant, and then you can have some risk assessment also, that why the water is being used, how we can reduce the water. You can change the recipe of the plant, you can change the process also, so it will help us for the environmental sustainability. If we go for the facts also, so according to UN Environment Program, if our present pattern continues, 2 by 3 people will live in water use stress condition by year 2025. This study is conducted in 2015, so that is why it is written 25. But um, definitely we are living in a very easy way, and we are living in our houses and offices. We do not know about the villages. If we count the people who are striving with the water, so definitely you will find this fact accurately, that 2 by 3 people will live in water stress condition by this year 2025. How water efficiency can contribute to sustainability in buildings design, we have discussed also, that you can use the indoor water efficiently. Even if in your homes also, you can give some basic education to your children, to your employees also, to use or to conserve water efficiently, because it if there will be no water. Right now we have come to that stage that 3 by 2 people will live in water stress condition by 2025. So maybe in 2055 it will be more, and we will be having some difficulty by to get the water. Strategies for integrating environmental sustainability and energy and atmosphere: reduce energy use, increase energy efficiency, meet energy needs with clean renewable energy supplies, use energy efficient devices. Strategies to reduce energy demand: shading, site design and orientation, building design and mask daylighting, natural ventilation, reduce building size. Key strategies for integrating environmental sustainability, energy and atmosphere. Think about it, means how energy imbalance leads to global climate change, global warming. So nowadays also there is a hot topic of this global warming, and we are uh, the worst generation in the whole who are generating the greenhouse gases emission throughout the air, and as compared to our previous generations also. uh, if you go out, you will be having just a greenhouse emission, even if it is directly or indirectly, but we are the generation who are producing more greenhouse emission. And in our generation, there are very less people who are thinking about it. Like me, we are here for to discuss this environmental sustainability also reduce the greenhouse emission, but it happens with the practice. So if we are just having this webinar and workshop, it will not be happening. We have to think about it, and it needs a small contribution of ourselves also, that if we are going out, so we can switch off the light. If we really needs, then we need to go out. For example, if we are going for some reason to go out, so we can collect our work, so that if we are going out with the vehicle, so we can complete our 2 or 3 tasks, so that by going and coming, we should reduce the carbon emissions through our fuel vehicles also. These strategies for integrating environmental sustainability, energy, and atmosphere, it affects definitely global warming, increase average global temperature, ocean warming and acidification, loss of biodiversity, increase health risk, economic impact, increase average global temperature. Day by day, we are having this issue. We are right now in UAE also, and on for every year we discuss that this year is warmer than previous year. In every country it is being discussed. So right now in UAE we are touching 50 degree centigrade on a peak timings also, what we did not experience through our last year and 2 or 3 decades also. And ocean warming and acidification, we are thinking we are seeing also that in the ocean warming, as you have seen also, that many creatures from the underground who lives in 1 kilometer beneath, but they are coming out to they are coming out because of this global warming, loss of biodiversity, which means we are according to the population we are growing up, but what we are doing, we are renewing the terrestrial ecology just for our our buildings and environment. So we are just losing the biodiversity also. Increase health risk, definitely. Again, if you go to the hospitals, so on every year, on average, there are more increasing the health risk, heart attacks, asthma. It is more the average is more increasing than our last year. Also, economic impact, yes, there will be economic impact because of global warming and other things. There will be sometime there are some economic impacts also, and which economic impact will affect the human health also. Next. Resource and material, this is also a key strategy for environmental sustainability. Reduce the amount of material needed, use material with less environmental impact, reduce material footprint. So this is the hierarchy for waste reduction: reduce, reuse, recycle, repair, recover, dispose. But unfortunately, we start from the bottom to high, like we just dispose it, and then we think about it, and we think that any other body think about that our waste, how our waste will be restored by composting and other thing. We do not think about it, and we normally let people think for our waste. That is why normally we dispose. How many people we are right now live in our webinar, and how many people have know the composting process also, to have the our natural fertilizer by our peeled fruits and vegetable. Not so many. So we have to think about it. If we will not dispose waste, definitely it will be less stress on the landfill also, and other things also, like repair, recover. Right now, in our basic understanding, I would give example that if we are using phone, for example, again, some you can say we are using Samsung or iPhone. So if the iPhone come or Samsung release the new model, So we directly buy the new model and without thinking that how it will be, how we can use for our previous model. If we can use 2 or 3 years more, we can use it. Otherwise, we throw it. If we throw the phone, or if we will give to anybody, that would be also good. But at least we should not throw, or we should not changing that type of phone with the efficient way. So it will, it will be a part of increasing your waste. Recycle, reuse, we can, in our household, definitely there will be a very less chances of recycle, but yes, we can reuse the thing. And reduce, yes, we can do. As I said, that if we are using something, so till the last of that thing we have to reuse, and so that it will, the waste will not be generated more if we will use the way, our material resources and material to the efficient way. Key strategies again for indoor environmental quality. So provide system to ensure a quality indoor environment, air quality, thermal, visual, and acoustic comfort, eliminate, reduce, and manage contamination. Facts, what you should know also, that according to the EPA, Americans spend at least 90% of their time indoors, and indoor pollutant are 2 to 5 times higher than outdoor levels. Poor indoor environmental quality has negative effect on health of occupants such as asthma and sick building syndromes. How indoor environmental quality promotes sustainability. Uh, Again, we will go back to the design phase. If we will design our HVAC system efficiently, it will help to reduce the impact on our health. Integrative process for key strategies in environmental sustainability, a holistic approach that engages all stakeholders from the start, emphasize collaboration amongst architects, engineers, planners, and environmental experts, align goals, identify synergies, and minimize trade-off. Uh, Iterative process, it starts from the concept, design, construction, operation, and feedback, enhance resource efficiency, and improve performance across the building life cycle. So the it is the same, but during our, actually it is the integrative process is the core process, that during the design phase, if we include all the stakeholder to confirm the design, or to give our approach, that our approach is to definitely to build the building, but high efficient environmental sustainable building. Definitely there are some people also in your integrative process which oppose, because somewhere it will be a cost effective to go for the environmental sustainability, but for the long process it will be good for us, it will be good for the environment also. What you are seeing right now, it is a best example for environmental sustainability. In our UAE, Abu Dhabi, there is a museum which is called Sheikh Zayed Museum. It is just a real life example. The museum main building is partially buried under an earth mount to minimize solar heat and gain and structural heat transfer. The design feature cooling fans, energy efficient lighting, and low flow tops to reduce energy and water use. The construction used 25 recycled steel and sources at least 20% of material locally to low environmental impact, as we have discussed previously, for resource and material consumption and waste generation also. So it is a very best example that it is a Sheikh Zayed for the Sheikh Zayed Museum. During the construction, they use 25% recycled steel and sources at least 20% of material locally to lower environmental impact. A strong waste management plan in place to recycle or salvage at least 70% of the on-site waste. And water reducing fixtures and fittings would reduce water use by 28%, and the museum includes solar panel for heating water. If you are seeing these 5 falcons feathered, so these are actually the solar panel. If you are seeing the curves of the pipe, so it circulates the water. It circulates the water to make the water warm, and it is using inside the building for as a hot water also. So it is a fact also. The Sheikh Zayed Museum, is designed as a green building with features like an earth mount for insulation, natural ventilation, energy efficient lighting, water saving fixture, recycled material using solar water heating, and a comprehensive waste management plan. Standard and regulation, we have a standard and regulation. We have local laws in UAE, and we have international laws also for environmental sustainability. For the lead, we have international laws also. So lead normally is being used in USA, BREEAM used in UK, Green Star is using in Australia, DGNB is using in Germany, Estidama using in UAE. We are using that system. It has a pearl system like a lead. In lead there is a silver, gold, platinum system, but we have a pearl system which is called one pearl, two pearl, three pearl, and we in U as the UAE government, there is some restrictions also, that at least we have to go for the two pearl system, at least, so that we can reduce the we can achieve the environmental sustainability. And that Astidama in UAE applies in all over the building which are being constructed throughout the UAE. In UAE, as we are discussing in UAE, so we have EAD, which is Environmental Agency Abu Dhabi. We have different standard and guideline also. So we have TG05 for technical guidance, construction environmental management plan, for TG06 for environmental operation environmental management plan. We have also using as a lead V4 BD+C 72519, which is lead V4 for building design and construction. We have ADNOC standards also in UAE, which is called HSE ENST01, which conclude HSEIA, which is called Health Safety Environmental Impact Assessment, and then definitely as internationally we are using ISO 14000:2015, which is for environmental management system requirement with guidance for use. These are the these are the guidelines when we are using CEMP, when we are preparing CEMP, which is called construction environmental management guideline, construction environmental management plan. So EAD have the guideline. Definitely in other countries also, you would be using the guideline according to the local laws. So in our CEMP, which is construction environmental management plan, CEMP provides us a clear requirement for developing construction environmental management plan, which control and mitigate the environmental impact during construction activities, specify essential component including environmental objectives, mitigation measure, monitoring program, and emergency preparedness, emphasize proactive planning, effective communication, and compliance with relevant regulation and approval condition throughout project phases. For operation environmental management plan, also we have a guideline for our for EAD, which is Environmental Agency Abu Dhabi. OEMP provide us guidance for preparing, implementing operational environmental management plan, which is OEMP, to manage environmental aspect and impact during operation. Outline, minimize requirement for documenting procedure, roles, monitoring, and reporting to ensure compliance with regulatory obligations and environmental commitment. And OEMP emphasize the need of continuous improvement, stakeholder engagement, and integration of environmental management with broader operational practices. These are the environmental management plan, and every environmental management plan, which could be construction and or operational. These are the we called these are the live document which can be modified according to the layout or according to the plant modification. If you have in CMP, previously we have discussed the CMP also. So if we have a plan and if there will be a changes in the construction, so the CMP again has to be revised according to the plan. Same as OEMP, if there is a plant or any manufacturing industry, and we have our OEMP and there will be a modification. So we need to modify the plan according to the plant modification. In lead also, there is a guideline, there is a credit system which have to be follow according to the lead before BDC. Before BDC provide criteria and rating system for sustainable design, construction, and operation of building across sector, new construction, healthcare, schools, retail. It outlines prerequisite and credit covering categories like integrative process, location, and transportation, sustainable site, water efficiency, energy and atmosphere, material and resource, and environmental quality. Emphasize integrating planning, energy optimization, water conservation, healthy indoor environment, and reduce environmental impact to achieve LEED certification level. As we have again discussed this LEED, where we have silver, gold, and platinum certifications. This is the ADNOC law standard, which is HSE EN-ST01. It covers environmental impact assessment also. And the environmental impact assessment provide us ADNOC's framework and mandatory procedure for conducting environmental impact assessment for new project and major modification to existing facility. Outline requirement for screening, scoping, baseline studies, impact prediction, mitigation planning, and preparation of EIA reports to ensure regulatory compliance and environmental protection. Emphasize integration of environmental consideration early in project planning, application of best available techniques, and continuous monitoring to maintain impact as low as reasonable practice. In this EIA, it is very beneficial for any new project again to the design stage, so that we can do the environmental baseline survey of the project site. In the environmental baseline survey, we go with the air quality, noise, soil and groundwater contamination, or soil and groundwater properties. If the project nearby the marine area or in the marine area, then we go for the marine ecology also. In the marine ecology, we do in the environmental baseline survey a DDV survey, which is called drop-down survey, where we can see if there is a seagrass, if there is microalgae, if there is some living organism like corals or aquatic animals. If we see this thing, these criteria for our environmental baseline survey, so we can change our project also. But if there is a procedure for the translocation or for the alternative site, then we will go for the alternative site. ISO 14001 also gives you the best guideline to implement environmental management framework in your companies also. ISO 14000 specify requirement for establishing, implementing, maintaining, and improving an environmental management system to enhance environmental performance and ensure compliance. It outlines key element, leadership, commitment, planning of risk and opportunities, environmental objective, operational controls, performance evaluation, and continual improvement. Emphasizes integration of environmental consideration into business process lifecycle perspective and proactive management of compliance, obligations, and impacts. Environmental impact assessment. What is environmental impact assessment? It is start from the screening. Is EIA required or not? So sometime according to the project, if the project is very small, so we do the screening for first. There are some questionnaires. In ADNOC, we have a screening process which complies with the 36 questions, which help us to evaluate if EIA is required or not. If EIA required, then EIA scoping will be prepared. In the EIA scoping, or in some countries, it calls terms of references also. In terms of references, we give the idea for the environmental impact and environmental baselines also. A proposed baseline will be prepared, and a proposal of the environmental baseline will be submitted to the legislative company, legislative environmental agencies also, which where they review, and if it will be feasible, then they will provide the NOC, no objection certificate, for the approval of that environmental scoping, and then we start the baseline survey. After the baseline survey, we do the impact assessment according to the baseline survey, and according to the impacts assessment, we go for the mitigation measures, and then monitoring requirement, monitoring management plan, then review and decision, and again it will complete the cycle again. For example, we discussed before that if there is some modification in our not in our EIA, in our project, so we will see through the screening that if we really needs to redo the EIA, or we need some modification in the EIA. Example of mitigation: air quality degradation, water contamination. These are the example of water. These are the example of environmental impact, actually, where we need in mitigation measures also. So air quality degradation, water contamination, biodiversity loss, community health effect. In the environmental management plan, we set the target, because if we have EIA, so according to the EIA, we go with the environmental management plan, where we set the target, environmental objective and target. That target would be according to the air wise also, that for example, we are living in 2025. So for our target for the December 2025, you can set the target for 50% waste recycling or reuse, and 50% to landfill. And then for 2026, you can set the target, okay, that only 30% you allow your waste to the landfill. Other 70% will be reuse or recycle. For that one, we need some mitigation measures, and to monitor the mitigation measure, we need some monitoring plans, and to monitor these plans, we need some people, responsible people. In our environmental management plan, we give responsibilities to the people who applies these environmental mitigation measure, or monitor these environmental mitigation measures in our project. And reporting procedure: definitely, when we will prepare the environmental management plan, we prepare the report and we will submit to relevant authorities. Example of these mitigation measures are very common example. If during construction, if there is a dust, so we will be having a dust suppression. Sometimes it depends upon the climate, upon weather, windy weather also. Sometimes we need one time, or it is not feasible, we would go for the 2 times also, for water suppression, noise barrier, or you can say noise attenuation, protected habitat zones also. So these are the mitigation major mitigation measure, which we normally apply in our EIA, CEMP, and OEMP also. EMA, environmental monitoring and auditing. It is the part of environmental management plan. If your targets and mitigation measures are very vast, so you would be having an environmental monitoring and auditing system, where you monitor air, water sampling, with the continuous sensors, and site inspections also. Audit process for the environmental monitoring, or if you have environmental management plan, definitely you need some time for internal audit and external audit. So even if it is internal audit and external audit, you need a complete comprehensive plan, scope and criteria, collect the data, evaluate compliance, if it is being in compliance, the mitigation measure or not. report finding, in other language we say non-conformance criteria also, and follow-up improvement. When you submit the report, you will you will give a chance to the auditee also to close out the mitigation measure or to close out your non-conformances. Integrating EIA, EMP, and EMA into the project design. How we can integrate the EIA, EMP, EMA in a project design, in a concept design, sometime integration action, risk screening, stakeholder mapping, feasibility study, baseline study collection, detailed design, embedding mitigation into specification. In our construction phase, also implement EMP, environmental monitoring plan, measures, and then operation, monitor, and auditing performance. Success factor, if we go for the success factor, that to comply with all the mitigation measure and management plan. Early engagement, clear accountability, ongoing training. So early engagement, again, if it is a small incident of environmental incident, so if we go with the early engagement and there is we can prepare the preventive action plan, so it will be good. Clearly accountability, if we are going for the internal audit, we have to do internal audit without our biasness. Ongoing training, people have to be trained for waste management, for spill contingency plan, uh, for work with the for work to conserve the environment. Water campaign, we can go for the water campaigns, trainings, spill contingency trainings also. Aligning with ESG goals, we can do the aligning with our ESG goals also. How we can align with ESG, environmental environment, definitely to mitigate, to reduce the resources use, emissions, also for the social, community health and safety, and the government's compliance transparency. In our case study scope is what is this? Can you read also, because this is hiding? 4-lane dual carriageway for major interchange construction. So the environmental impact was carried out following EAD environmental impact assessment guideline, EAD EQPC TG02, and encompass a review, baseline, identification, and evaluation of significant environmental aspect, development, mitigation, and operation of a mangrove management plan. So this is a case study for our project also, as we are here in Abu Dhabi. We have definitely there is a complicated project name. Actually, there is a different project name just for the the copyright thing, and we cannot disclose the project. So this is just another way of the project. Actually, it is a bridge which is connecting one area to another area, but it's crossing the mangroves. So as we have completed the EIA by doing environmental baseline survey. We did the EIA screening. After the EIA screening, we knew that EIA is required. We submit the permit application. As in different countries also, after during the HSCI screening, we submit the permit application. Actually, in some countries also, screening is responsibility of the legislative laws and legislative authorities also. In here in Abu Dhabi, Environmental Agency Abu Dhabi, the process, there is a process that we give the permit. We submit the permit application, which is called environmental permit application, to EAD. EAD screen out our project that if it is needed EIA, CEMP, OEMP, or just a simple audit, and then submit the report. So when we submit the report, so we give the coordinates of the project, we give the environmental baseline, which is a very basic baseline that we have that type of mangrove, we have this much mangrove, and the project is located, where the project is located, layout, and everything about the contractor and proponent addresses also. So EAD gives us the request for submitting environmental impact assessment, where and then we start the environmental scoping report, and in the environmental scoping report we assess the environmental impact, which where we we propose the baseline also. During the environmental scoping and during the proposing, we assess the impact which is more significant to the environment, because the project is causing the removal of mangroves, and as environmentalists we have to know the importance of the mangroves removal. Even though in internationally we can have 1:2 mangroves by removing the mangrove, but even it takes time to grow the mature mangroves, and if we are giving the 1:2 mangroves, but it takes time to make these two mangroves mature, which were helping the environment and doing the carbon sequestration. So it takes time also, but according to the significance of the project, sometime it happens that project is really very needed, and there is no alternative way. So we do the baseline survey, where we find out some mangroves also in the path of that bridge, and we go for the mangrove management plan. But in the mangrove management plan, we did not go for 1:2. We go for the 1:5 mangroves in our mangrove management plan. So as you have seen that, you can see that we did environmental impact assessment report and mangrove management plan. Environmental impact assessment, as I have already discussed, that we have done the screening, scoping, baseline data collection, impact prediction, EIA report preparation. We submit EIA report to EAD, and after mangrove management plan. In the mangrove management plan, we have some commitment to the contractor for the audit for almost 1 to 2 years until they grow, and to make the these mangroves which we have already seedlings, to make these mangroves mature. EIA finding in the mangrove management plan. So critical mangrove habitat identification. The assessment revealed that the project area encompasses critical mangrove habitat as delineated using the Environmental Agency Abu Dhabi. And we have the compensation strategy also in response to the expected direct impact. 13,944 mangroves within the project footprint. A compensation strategy was implemented. This included planted 27,888 mangroves, adhering to 1:5 compensation ratio as approved by EAD. Restoration and monitoring. The compensation strategy encompasses mangrove removal method, monitoring protocols, and restoration measures, all aligned with EAD guidelines to ensure ecological balance and habitat integrity. MMP submission, we submit a mangrove management plan. A comprehensive mangrove management plan was submitted to EAD, which was approved by EAD also. These are the question answers sessions. Now, if you have some questions, you can ask, then we will try to manage all the answers. Before questioning and answering, just for the recap, what we have just studied. So what does EIA stands for? Environmental impact assessment, energy integration analysis, or economic investment agreement. You just pass the message so that we can check who is right. Okay, so many people is going for A, which is yes, A, environmental impact assessment. Okay, next, what is the main purpose of an implementing to prepare environmental management plan? So you can message also, which is A, estimate monthly profit, manage and monitoring environmental performances, enhance marketing promotions, measure employee productivity. Okay, so People are giving answers of A also and B. Okay, let's check the answer. Who is right? Okay, yes, manage and monitor environmental performance. That is why our goal to prepare the environmental management plan to manage and monitor environmental performance, that what we are doing right now in our project, is it right or wrong? When should EIA start? So after construction is completed, like when the construction is completed, then we can submit the EIA, or during concept phase, when the project is in a design phase, or during equipment installation. For example, if the project is being completed and now we are waiting for the equipment, or after project approval, when we can prepare the EIA, when should we start actually? People are writing D also, after project approval. Okay, let's check the answer. Concept phase, yes. To do any environmental activity, if we are going for the concept phase, that would be good also, so that if there will be any changes in the design according to the our impact and mitigation measure, we can take that decision as early as possible. Okay, next is what ISO 14000 covers: environmental risk analysis, greenhouse gas emissions reporting, environmental management system, or sustainable resource planning. Yes, people are right. Environmental management system. Okay, what is ESG stand for? We just learned in our last slides also, which is environmental social governance, ecological standard and guideline, environmental sustainability goals, environmental system groups, which is A, environmental social governance. People give C also, but it's okay, fine. Now you know. Okay, this is it from my side. Now we are open for the question answers also. So you can give your questions, and we can have we will try to give you the best answer.
Mr. Norman asked, what is the basic difference between EMP and EMS? As I need to know the key difference between them.
Okay, so you are asking, Mr. Noman is asking that what is the difference between EMP, environmental management plan, and environmental management system, as I need to know the difference between them. Environmental management system is a framework what you apply, what we have discussed. ISO 14001 is a standard guideline for the framework of environmental management system, when you what you apply throughout your project. And environmental management plan is prepared according to the ISO 14001 or your environmental management system. The plan is prepared according to your system, to follow or to monitor that what you have applied, is it we are going to the right direction or not. So Ms. Sumaya, actually Abdurrahman is asking that can you please conduct a session for carbon footprinting accounting. Yes, we have in line for the session, and we will be as possible, we will conduct a session for greenhouse carbon footprint also, or GHG management plan also. We have in inline sessions, and we will provide this also. Okay, Mr. Immense Bensid asked, how can early integration of framework like ISO 14000 and LEED V4, BD+C, building and construction in project design influence long-term urban planning outcomes, particularly in rapidly developing cities in North Africa and the Middle East, where cultural heritage and modern infrastructure often intersect? ISO 14001 and LEED V4 is different. Again, as I said, that ISO 14000 you can say give you the lifestyle to live with the environmental sustainability, and LEED is LEED give you the way to go for your project, for your building, with environmental sustainability by using some credits also. And if somewhere you are right again, that if the area is a completely cultural heritage and modern structure of often intersected, so there is some alternative. We go for the alternative location, but if there is a no way, so we can go for the less biodiversity biodiverse area, which where we can definitely it will be impacted, but again there are compensation factors also. For example, if you are removing the tree, so there is a ratio also, again 1:2 ratio, 1:2 ratio, or you can go for the carbon footprint also, or you can go for the carbon offsets also, and you can get the carbon credit. You can give the carbon credit to the government by removing the tree, or by impacting the habitat. But this would be happen in a worst case. Otherwise, by selecting the site, we should select the site which will not which would be feasible for the project, which will not harm the environment.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. West, tell me, what is the
Yes,
question?
sir. Yes, sir. I want to ask what are the most common challenges companies face when integrating sustainability at a project design phase?
Okay, can you repeat your question?
What are the most common challenges companies face when integrating sustainability at the project design phase?
Okay, it depends on the project also. First thing, that it depends on the project, that and it depends upon the project location. Sometimes the challenges of the resource and material. Sometimes if the project is in offshore project, or nearby marine project, nearby the marine area, so the challenges would be different. If the project lies in the terrestrial ecology, so the challenges would be different. So it depends upon your site and your project location. Or you can discuss, Mr. West. Have you got the answer?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. Can we can read this also?
Yes.
So old tree, example, 40 years old, provide more service compared to 1 year old tree. How can carbon credit calculation be made under such circumstances? Uh, yeah. Actually, if your question is that old tree, for example, 40 years old tree provide more service compared to 1 year old tree, how can a carbon credit calculation be made under such circumstances? Um, when we will be calculating, or counting the tree, so in EAD, and there is some other procedures also, that more than 1 meter tree, okay, more than 1 meter, we count as a tree. So we normally we do not go for the tree age, that if it is 10 years old and 15 years old or 100 years old, we count as a tree, and credit would be same.
Chaturism Singh.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the question is, okay, we
Hi.
are manufacturing.
Hi.
Yeah, please
We are manufacturing
raise the
between
question.
coated profile seed, where waste is generating from seed, like the case cutting and everything. We are disposing with IMDAD. But my question is how we can recycle it.
You are disposing with IMDAD, or you are IMDAD is collecting your waste, because the waste in
They are
UAE
collecting it. They are
is
collecting it
disposing
like
by
for the
EAD.
recycling or something. I don't know. We don't know what are they doing, but we want that how we can recycle it in our manufacturing plant.
For the recycling and reuse, there should be a R&D also, research and development, you can do. But the thing is, what you have told me right now, that you don't know what is they doing. It is the waste generator responsibility. If you are giving the waste to the company, you have the full right to know that how they are being recycled, your waste is being recycled or reused. So you can, there is a manifest system also. So you can check the manifest that on that you can find the end user facility of your waste. So you can ask Imdad anytime, and you can go to the site also to their site where they are collecting the waste and where they are reusing and recycling the waste, and you can know the answer. But again, not for this bitumen, for the wood, plastic, glass, any waste, if you are giving or to any other environmental service provider, it is our responsibility to get the last stamp on the certificate of the uh, waste slips, so that we can know that our waste is being used correctly in a right manner.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah. Hello.
Am I? No. Okay. So my question is, I want to ask about that EIA alone is, I think, not sufficient to determine whether resources are being used sustainably. Like for example, companies extracting large volume of groundwater, long-term sustainability of water usage or its impact on the surrounding community. In such cases, like I am a employee, so I'm an engineer, so we suggest them to conduct a separate water resource sustainability assessment in order to assess the future impact of their utilization of the groundwater on the surrounding community. In this way, sometimes we also suggest the traffic impact assessment, because we realize that the project situated in the area is quite sensitive related to the traffic. So I want to ask, like, how important do you think it is to carry out these additional studies alongside the EIA, or it should be embedded into EIA, or these are the studies that should be conducted separately?
Thank you. Yes.
So my question is
Thank you for your
that.
question. So EIA, Environmental Impact Assessment report, or somewhere it is called a study. It is for the whole project, where we discuss all the parameters, all the categories, which include air, water, soil, waste, okay, the noise, everything we discuss. So it is the first study for the project in a concept phase. Definitely, while during construction, we prepare CMP. What is CMP? It is somewhere extraction of the environmental impact and mitigation measure from the EIA, but we give the more detail in the CMP, because we know the construction methodology, and according to the construction methodology, the impact and mitigation will be more detailed in our CMP. Same as if there is a waste management, and during construction or during operation also, where we did not discuss, because during the EIA we are in concept phase, and we do not have more stakeholder. For example, construction contractor, if there is a operating manuals also, we do not have that, and we cannot estimate the waste, how much waste it will be produced and which type of waste. Definitely we would be having some high philosophies also during the EIA, but when we will go into the deeper and the project is started, so we got to know that how much waste is being generated, what would be the construction methodology and everything. So we can have that separate reports also, because if the significance of the impact is high, so we can prepare a separate report for the specific section. For example, if we have air quality category, and we are seeing that air quality would be high, and we need to discuss as a separately. We can discuss with the high authorities also, or our high management. So we can go with the air quality monitoring, or we can go with the air dispersion modeling, and that air dispersion modeling is a separate report. Same as noise, there is a noise modeling study. Same as waste management. In some cases also we have to prepare waste management study separately, where we discuss our solid and liquid, then solid liquid, solid hazardous, solid non-hazardous, solid liquid hazardous, and liquid non-hazardous will be discussed separately, so that we can assess the complete quantity, and every waste will be discussed in our waste management plan separate. Same as traffic impact also, because this becomes a social issue, and really if we are thinking that due to our project traffic will be congested, so traffic impact assessment will be conducted, so that we can give the other right way to the traffic which we are being congested due to our project. So in your question, you have already given that answer, that if the significance of the impact is high, so we can go with the further separate reports. I hope the answer would be sufficient for you. Okay, can we have his question, please?
Mr. Richard asked, in your experience, what are the most effective levers for integrating environmental strategies at the project design stage, while still meeting performance, compliance, and sustainability goals?
Okay, so Mr. Richard, you are asking that what are the most effective levels for integrating environmental strategies at the project design stage while still meeting performance, compliance, and sustainability goals. So if you are meeting all the you are in compliance and in environmental performance goal you are achieving, so go with the flow, and you do not need anything. Yes, what you are committing, but the thing is, if you are committing that if meeting the environmental performance and sustainability goals, there are some levels. For example, you can check your if you are going with the lead or Estedama or BREEAM, if your level would be achieving for the silver, then you can go with the gold. If you are achieving the goals for the gold, then we can go for the platinum also. Because if in a sufficient way, if you are achieving some goal, definitely you can raise the bar and you can go for the higher level certification or higher level credit also. If you are in UAE, in Estidama, as I said, that there is a two pearl concept, that every building has to achieve two pearl concept. But if these two pearl concept is very easy to achieve them, then they can go for the three pearl and four pearl system. Like as we gave the example of the Sheikh Zayed Museum, that they achieved the five pearl, the highest rating of the Islam. Okay, so I think question answers, we are not receiving more questions. Thank you all the participants who have joined from your precious time for this webinar. Thank you so much, and we will be keep in touch with other different webinars and different good topics for to conserve our environmental sustainability. Thank you so much.